Hi everyone, so today we have an election prediction in the 2020 Republican primary between Donald Trump and John Kasich. So let's start off with the Iowa caucus. I think that Donald Trump could win the Iowa caucus by a 2-1 margin. So if we go down to the state of Iowa, 4 delegates for Trump, 2 for Kasich. Going over to the state of New Hampshire, this is going to be really close. I think it's almost going to be a tie, so that would mean New Hampshire, 2 for Trump and 2 for Kasich. Update that. In South Carolina, it's going to be a blowout for Trump. In South Carolina, he's going to get almost all the delegates, probably something like 7 and 2, something like that. Going over to the state of Nevada. Nevada, it's also pretty much Trump's going to do pretty well in the state of Nevada. Let me just find Nevada there. I think he'll win all of their delegates. So that's pretty much it. So we start off before Stupid Tuesday, 19 for Trump, 6 for Kasich. So those are just the early states. Now, instead of just going state by state, I'm just going to fill in different areas. So let's start off with Trump territory. Trump territory, the South. The South is very much, I'm going to do it. It's actually going to take way too long if I do it proportionally. So I add that. In New Hampshire, I think Kasich could narrowly edge out a victory, but it's just going to be so close. South Carolina goes to Trump. So 21 for 4. I'm not going to fill it in proportionally. It's just going to take too long. So in the South, Trump territory, solidly Republican. I think that Donald Trump could do very well in this area of the country, including Florida. He won the state against a relatively popular senator from the state. Kasich is from Ohio, so I think that he would edge out a victory in the state of Florida. Going over to the state of Texas, Ted Cruz carried the state. I think that Donald Trump could edge out a victory in the state of Texas. Going over to New Mexico, again, Trump territory. Colorado, Ted Cruz won the state, but they didn't even hold a primary. I think that Colorado could go to John Kasich. And going over to the state of Oklahoma, this is Trump territory. Ted Cruz won the state. However, I think that Donald Trump, with his increased momentum, could edge out the state of Oklahoma, but it would probably be kind of close. But then up across the United States, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to fill in Minnesota. Up across the United States, this is very much Kasich territory, South Dakota included. This is where Kasich would perform very, very well in. Arizona, that's going to be pretty close. I think Trump would edge out a victory. Alaska, that would go to Kasich. Hawaii obviously goes to Trump. California, the West Coast, is probably going to go to Donald Trump. I mean, he's pretty much going to win there. Going over to his John Kasich's home state of Ohio, I think that John Kasich could edge out a victory here. Michigan, easy Trump win. Minnesota, Marco Rubio won the state. However, I think with Trump's Rust Belt appeal, Trump could win the primary in the state of Minnesota. Oh my goodness, I can never remember the state. Missouri. Sorry, I was having a blackout there. In Missouri, I think that Trump could edge out the state of Missouri. He won the state by a tiny margin. I think Trump would edge out Missouri. Illinois, that's a state where I think Trump could do quite well in. Indiana, Mike Pence's state, obviously going to him. Wisconsin, that's going to be pretty close. I think that John Kasich could edge out the state of Wisconsin. Kentucky and West Virginia, easy Trump wins. Virginia, I also think that could go to Trump. Pennsylvania, that's going to be really close, but I think with Trump's Rust Belt appeal, he could edge out a victory. New York obviously goes to him. Vermont and Maine probably going to go to Trump. Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, and the District of Columbia would go to John Kasich. So I guess this is the final electoral map. It looks pretty bad for Trump, to be totally honest. It looks pretty bad for John Kasich, to be totally honest with you. 467 for Donald Trump, 71 for John Kasich. Thanks for watching this video. Comment down suggestions below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.